Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. We'll kick it off to get us underway. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll... You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. RPO complete to open the drive.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
To the ground to try to move the chains. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
They'll give it to him again. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
To the air, it's Manning. Under fire. Catch in the middle, it's Wingo. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's really stepping up in this game today, and he's the guy that Longhorn fans, they need to keep their eyes on for years to come.
He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. Stopped right at the 2-yard line after the catch, and it'll be first down, goal to go.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They'll try to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. The opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bennett. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Might be changing the route. Motion from the wideout. To throw, it's Sellers. Wasting no time taking a shot. He's got it along the sideline. Turning on the Jets. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incompletion.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Dropping back, it's Manning. He'll off one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Here's a heat. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smith. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half.
Hey, fourth down, I need a first down. Go to the plays I do well. What do I do? What have I done well all through camp? What have I done well all throughout my career? Call those plays, have success, get the first down.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Sellers. There's the pressure. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
Man, you got to give credit to this defense. In the sudden change situation, they've barely had a chance to even blink. Just a second ago, they were on the sideline. All of a sudden, there's a turnover. They got to take the field. They're on their own goal line, and a phenomenal...
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
That touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left. We're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
He'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Great place to start for this offense. Making side adjustments here. Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's Sellers. On the run, still looking. Pumps it downfield. He's got him wide open. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. If he doesn't get you with his arm, he'll get you with his legs, or he might get you with both of them.
stinks, man. Having to defend a guy like this that just, you think you're going to get him in the pocket. You got to play the first play where he might be throwing the ball from the pocket, and then he scrambles, and now you're defending the run and the throw down the field. It's kind of like rush hour back in the day. Which one of y'all kicked it?
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll go to the ground. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Quick completion on the out. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on first and goal. Looking to get it in. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. Here comes the heat. Fires on the move. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll immediately call timeout.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Got him downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Gamecocks want to move quickly. Looking to throw on first down. Escapes the sack. Rolling right and going deep. It's a big stride inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He's going for the goal line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Now on second and goal. Back to pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches and the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Manning. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. The Longhorns will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. To the air on first down. He unleashes a long one. Snags it on the right. Off and running. Touchdown, South Carolina. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Texas offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. He's going to let it go. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Extending the play. Trying to make magic with his feet. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
When you can run the football effective and then bootleg off of it, you get the running game and everybody biting up on it, and then all of a sudden the quarterback bootlegs out to the right. I tell you what, the defense did a really good job, though, staying with it, taking away the deep pass, and coming up and holding this to a minimal gain.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels, so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
Excellent situational awareness to make the grab and get just enough of that first down.
And how about the play call? They didn't want to hold on to the football. They wanted to get that thing out of their hand, trust the receiver to make the catch, and then what does he do? Gets the first down, gets out of bounds. New set of downs for this offense.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On fourth down, looking to pass. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep.
He's loose. Got the first down and more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Texas, 14.
And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense. Understanding second and short, they're playing run. You can see super physical, now forcing the third down and short.
They'll try to run for it. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Back to throw, it's Manning. Moves away as he feels pressure. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the defense is good with that. Get pressure on the quarterback, get him outside the pocket. You know it's a passing situation. Play half the field now. This defense is in a good spot, and you can tell they're ready to rush this quarterback.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Looking to throw again. A shot toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. everyone to the home of the Kansas State Wildcats, Bill Snyder Family Stadium. As we'll see the number 12 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Gamecocks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Coming out with it, it's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Formation for these receivers. From the gun, the running back has it. There he goes. Finds a little space. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? From the gun, they'll try the middle. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Wildcats come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a third down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Quarterback extends the play. Oh, he makes the catch. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Harbor. Oh, he's got some space. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive.
Number 69. Set to kick off.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. That's caught. It's Jackson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
To the air on second down. Flushed out of the pocket. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield.
He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it for a big play. Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown, Wildcats! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a scintillating big play, 83 yards on the touchdown pass. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll take the return, trying to get better field position.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he... should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way backed up.
First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. It's a seam wide open. It's a running room at the 30. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Man, the defense has got to be kicking themselves. They had the offense pinned back so deep in their own end. It's one thing to give up a completion, but you can't let the receiver go the entire distance and score a touchdown. Bad job on the back end by the D.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead.
South Carolina, 14. Kansas State, 7.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Jackson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. So now it's second and long. Handoff from the gun. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
On 30 short, they'll ride the running back here. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Now, a 4th down.
And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get... There he goes! They They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain.
South Carolina, 14. Kansas State, 7.
So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field.
Let's go!
Johnson looking to throw. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. From the gun, the ground game. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down.
Game 7. Coming up.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the first down.
Man, does that sting. Defensively, you get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They're setting up the screen, and he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Here we go on 4th and goal, ground to cover. Johnson wants to throw it. Incomplete, and a turnover on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, trying to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Looking downfield on 1st down. They'll run the screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Wide open spaces. The 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, South Carolina. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And he tacked on the extra point.
That makes the score. South Carolina, 21. Kansas State, 7.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Rice. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll send the back in motion. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He'll take a deep shot here. Brings it in down the left side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top-down state.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger because it's obvious.
He might have gotten way too greedy there, held it too long, and couldn't throw it away to avoid the loss.
And I think there's so many guys that think they can outrun guys and make plays, and sometimes you got to realize when a play's over and just get north-south, but QB's trying to outrun guys. The defense does a great job staying exactly where they're supposed to be, playing discipline, and getting the huge loss and the huge stop.
A strike downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, Kansas State.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs.